You say that every time because I say press the word up.
Episode number, I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
14 or 15?
Something like that.
We missed last week.
Yep. Why? Oh, yeah, I was at the Pensacola Beach Brawl.
We were. Yeah. So we skipped a week, which is not good.
Great job, all the Fortress family that competed. Awesome. Great job.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yep. I had a little bit of FOMO.
Yeah.
I like the Pensacola. Well, that's where,
that's sort of where your serious competitive, like really post, like once you started getting to the Masters and competing, that's sort of where it all started, right?
Yeah, I did those a bunch, and I like the beach. My mom and brother lived there.
It's easy to get to also. It's really accessible. Like where you stay is right by the competition.
Yes.
So that makes it nice. It's not terrible logistics.
My girls were born in Pensacola.
Yeah, that's right.
Been frequently visiting Pensacola my whole life since a little kid. We've always had family there. We lived there for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
When they were born. So I don't know. I like Pensacola.
So that means that next year, after we're done with all this surgery and all the things, you're going to go back.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Hernia surgery, 22nd of October.
How many weeks is that? It's just a couple weeks, isn't
Yeah,
it?
a couple weeks away.
All right.
So I can get fixed.
He needs fixed.
I've had it for years, and I blew it out at the last CrossFit Games. So it's done, so we got to get that fixed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you have to sit still, which is probably going to be the hardest part.
For 2 weeks, they said nothing.
You want me to get you, like, I could get you one of those, the baby toy kettlebells, and you could, like, pretend. Or do, like, some curls. Like, they're stuffed animal
When they say nothing, does that mean I can't?
I think it means nothing. I think it literally means nothing.
You're going to have to be tied down.
It's not, sedated, maybe.
Yeah, drugged.
We're going to make a reel of old Alabama and Cowboys games where they win.
Yeah. I'm being good. I'm mentally preparing myself to do what I'm supposed to do.
You're going to be fine because here's the reality. Whether you're having surgery or you have an injury, training just looks different. It's not that it's not training. Eating healthy, making sure you're getting enough sleep so that you heal properly, and then doing the physical therapy above and beyond is what you did last time.
I'll train my brain. I'll work on brain stuff.
Okay.
You can give me math equations.
I would like that, actually. Yeah.
God, I'd really shoot myself in the face.
We have a whiteboard.
Yeah. All right, we've been rambling.
We have been rambling.
I was thinking about, how do you put this? When you make time. We talked about the no excuses in making time.
Yeah, that's the first step.
But are you just making time?
Are you wasting it?
To go through the motions?
Yeah.
Are you really intentional?
How are you using your time?
And there's so many things. It's like, okay, I gotta hurry up. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go work out at the CrossFit gym. I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna take off to work, and nothing's planned, and I'm not eating right. It's just a complete, utter chaos. Mm-hmm. When you look at people, and so I'm gonna say every successful entrepreneur that is fit, and I mean fit, like you look at them and go, that joker's fit, and they're preaching and doing what they say. Every one of them that I hear, they have one of the same things in common, and that alarm clock goes off at early.
And they get it done because it's a priority. They do it first.
Yeah. And I hear this all the time. I'm getting my work done before my family rises. There are things and I was thinking about this too when I said that, and some people are going to say, well, listen, I have to work out in the afternoon. We have afternoon classes because maybe you got childcare, or maybe that's your time.
Okay.
I get all that. But I'm trying to tell you, it's how you map out your time.
Yeah.
If you rise early, that creates a lot of discipline, for one. And I think that's one of the key components. And you're knocking out what you have to, and you're not really in that rush. So if that's knocked out, then you come home, right? Then you got time to eat a proper breakfast.
Yes.
Oh, that you planned the day before,
Mm-hmm.
Or you planned on Sunday or whatever you had your week. Your lunch is ready. You get to pack your lunch. You get to kiss your family, your kids. Hey, have a great day. Then you're heading into work, and you've already dominated the morning.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the other component.
Mm-hmm.
You got discipline and taking charge of dominating the freaking morning. Mm-hmm. When you don't dominate the morning, your ass gets dominated.
And I've heard people say that same thing in here. Mm-hmm. And these are people that they're not competitive. These are people that are just in here because they want to live a better life. Mm-hmm. And I've heard multiple of them say, when I don't show up, it ruins my day.
Yeah.
I'm off. They said, mm-hmm. The words that I heard last week were, I feel like I'm off.
Yeah.
If they skip coming, mm-hmm. because this becomes part of it just becomes part of you. It is what you do. Yeah. It's not something you do if you feel like it. Mm-hmm. You do it because it's who you are.
Yeah. And so the other part of that component too is and I'm gonna nitpick.
Uh-oh.
No, but in the problem with CrossFit is, I'm not talking what you do outside. That's a whole nother topic.
That's a different
You ain't doing what you're supposed to do outside. But when you're inside, your intentionality, and I keep going back to this, are you making the best time of your hour? You come in here, you don't slow down to speed up. So, if we're doing strength work, mm-hmm. You're not using something that's heavy enough to get the strength aspect of it. You're competing, you're doing things fast. And I tell people all the time, and it's like, you have to slow down. Are you doing a push-up, a half push-up? Are you not doing it correctly? Like you're trying to compete against everybody else. You're not doing the movements correctly. And we spend a lot of time going over this before class, talking to you, correcting you during the workouts and things of that nature. But it's just, it can get so deep if we start peeling this layer of this onion back of intentionality. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Are you doing the intensity?
And it's the stimulus.
Yeah.
What we're looking for. And a lot of people don't want to deal with that. Because if they try to do the correct stimulus, they might not win.
Yeah, might not win. Who gives a shit?
Nobody cares about the CrossFit board outside
that
of
board is fun. You can talk.
It's crap. Good for accountability. Some community building.
Yeah, have a
but
little
fun. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get better if your goal is to have the biggest number on that board.
Not
you
at all.
have to move well, then you can move fast.
Yeah. EMOMs, great training tool, but a trap. Like if we tell you you're going to work 30 seconds, well, maybe you go a little bit too fast and you look at the clock and you stop at 22 seconds. Or, maybe you should have slowed down and did the movement correctly for that full 30 seconds, pushing the limit, because we want to get you up to 40 seconds. We want to get you up to 45. You can get so much intensity out of these. Or if it's a skill piece, are you doing it right? There's so many things where I think it's hard. Mm-hmm. This nailing these things down are hard. Mm-hmm. Being physically fit, doing what you're supposed to be doing, eating properly, dominating the day, being successful at work, being successful at family, and all of this stuff is hard. And I'm not saying that it's going to be easy.
Well, no, it's not. And it's one of the problems that people aren't willing to say, hey, by the way, this is hard. Mm-hmm. No, you can't do that anymore. If this is what you want, you can't do that anymore. And people don't like to be told no.
Right.
Everybody wants like everything to be pretty and fluffy, and they don't want to if you just know the truth and then move on.
And we could talk about all the.
There's so many.
I'm springing into a lot of stuff that you
we'll
could talk about.
Like, we'll be getting into in later episodes.
But what I'm gonna take it back to the whole purpose of what I said is people that are so successful, physically fit, and crushing it in almost everything they do.
They start
dominate the morning.
Yeah, they do.
Dominate the freaking morning. Mm-hmm. And there's sometimes this is notice that sometimes we work out 2 times a day or whatever. Might get some cardio in on the evening. But I'm just saying there's something about, and it takes time. If you can train yourself to start getting up early, getting your fitness in, and coming back, eating your breakfast, getting ready for work, and heading into that office, right? With the things you've done, you are going to start feeling more accomplished. At the end of the day, you're supposed to be in kind of recovery mode.
Yes, I mean, unless you absolutely have to. They say you should not start working out after. I mean, 6:30 is about the line.
Yep.
But it has to do with the fact your body's not calming down.
Yeah.
And so then you're not sleeping as well.
Yep.
Like I get hyped up when I work out at night. On the occasions when we have to, you have to. It just is what it is. But you're kind of hyped up. And you get all that adrenaline going, and so to get your body to calm back down, if you have to, there are things that you can do like ice baths or a sauna to help, but that's in those special situations.
Yeah.
Get up and work out. And I can't take it a whole lot, and maybe this means I'm mean, but when people say I just can't get up early, I don't want to, that tells me you don't want it bad enough.
People who want things bad enough
they find a way. They find a way, no matter what.
And listen, you have choices in life, and I can't, make you make those choices, but I don't have a soft spot for people that complain, but they don't do anything about it.
That makes me crazy.
Right? And so here's the other thing. Some people are going to say, well, I have to work out in the afternoon. I get that. So, but you can still have a morning ritual.
But that's the thing.
We still have a 4:30 class and 5:30. I get it. We're always going to have that.
That's why we have those for people that have to do that. But I'm going to tell you something. When I was in a situation where I could not get to the morning class, it was right after I'd had, I think, my second kid, and I needed to be there. We had to feed the child. But I would get up in the morning, even though I couldn't go to class, and it was literally, I would do 10 minutes, 30 seconds hard on the bike, 30 seconds easy for 10 minutes. As soon as I woke up, I'd do 10 minutes of burpees, 10 minutes of something just to get my day started right. It wasn't a full workout, but it was something that, I mean, it meant something. Some days it was go out and run a mile, but I had to do something when I got up.
But it
started the day better.
But here's the other thing. What I'm trying to say: if there's no working out in the morning, and you're going to work out in the evening, you can still have a morning ritual.
Oh yeah.
It's about the discipline of getting up. If you say you don't because you're working out in the evening, you come home exhausted. You got to deal with kids. You got to get supper. You got to do those things, right? So your night is full. You get cleaned up, get ready for the next day. Maybe the morning time
is your prep time.
You read for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a sauna. Maybe you do an ice. Whatever your ritual is,
but do it.
Eat your breakfast. Get your lunch ready. Maybe that's your prep time before people get up. See, I'm just going back to the morning. Successful people have
their early risers.
An early riser in a routine that they do.
Yeah.
It shifts to the morning. You get all your prep done. You work out in the afternoon. I'm more of a workout.
I'm a morning.
In the morning, get that done. Come home, you're relaxed. You can get some last minute stuff ready for the next day if you didn't get it. I don't care.
Here's the other thing. When you get up in the morning and you do it first thing, it literally like get up, out, brush teeth, put your clothes on, whatever you do, go work out. If you work out always in the afternoon, there's a lot of times when stuff gets in the way, and it's easy to find excuses.
Derails.
And your plans are going to derail because we're adults and we have responsibilities. But if you prioritize the morning,
dominate the morning.
Makes the difference.
That is, you have the most largest opportunity to be successful when you do that.
Okay, so we're hitting long here, but let's finish off here a little bit with what do you do? Like, because people are going to ask, what are things that we're doing?
Told you 1,000,000 times.
I know, but tell them again. People, you got to be told 100 times.
Yeah.
What is your ideal set? Like on your ideal setup in the morning? What's your routine?
Well, the night before, all of my clothes are laid out. They're folded. Ready. My pre-workout, everything I have is made because when I get up, the alarm goes off. I get up, brush my teeth, use the bathroom, straight to get dressed, grab my supplement, my pre-workout. I'm out the door.
Yeah. How long does it take you to get out the door from the time you wake up?
Well, I'm a little more.
You take longer than I do.
Yeah, you say you need 15 minutes.
I can be out in 10.
I need like 20 because I'm older.
He's older and it takes longer to wake up.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the key, and I was sort of trying to get you to say,
Yeah.
is preparing the night before so that everything is laid out down to where are my earrings? In the same spot on the counter, in the bathroom, right next to my contacts. Mm-hmm. I don't think, I just do.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to.
There's no thinking involved.
It becomes habit.
Exactly.
It's easy.
It's automatic.
Yeah.
And so when it's automatic, the coffee, because I like to have a cup of coffee on my way over here. Mm-hmm. The coffee is already made. My mug is sitting out. The lid is off the mug. The collagen is in the mug already from the day before.
Yeah.
And all I do is pour, lid, and walk.
Yeah.
The shoes are literally set the same. They're facing the same direction every morning with the laces untied and the socks on top, so that all I have to do is, this is why it's 10 minutes. It takes no time. And because we've worked on routines that work for us.
Yeah. Preparation meets opportunity, meets success.
Yeah.
That's what
absolutely.
it is.
People aren't lucky.
Yeah. No,
you get lucky when you've prepared and worked hard. People start saying, "Oh, you got lucky again." I didn't get lucky. I was prepared.
Yeah. So we were going to end with a little bit of the online programming, right?
Yes, because it makes the most of your time.
Yeah. So, and we do this because, listen, we have our awesome CrossFit family in our local area, in our box. We have members that are not local to us that do the online programming.
Yeah.
We put it all into
part of our family.
Yeah, we put it all into one. The first block is standard. It's about 30 minutes or less. It's going to be a warm up and a workout.
A warm up and a workout. It's short on time.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. Or if I need a scaled version.
Yeah. So, and it's really kind of the scaled version, the entry level.
A little bit.
Some, if you can do some of the more.
You could just do the Metcon from one of the others if that's what you needed.
Meaning, like, if you can do butterfly pull-ups, or you can do kipping pull-ups, or you can do ring rows. So there's something in there for that standard, and you have scaled options.
Yeah, modifications.
30 minutes or less. Then the next track, you go into the RX, which is going to be your lift, your workout, your Metcon, we call it, and sometimes accessory work, which is about an hour.
We try to make it sure it's fitting. It may run over just a hair, especially if you're distracted, which means you're not making enough of your time.
And then the next is the elite track, which is anywhere from 90 to 120 minutes.
That's the whole deal.
That's the whole deal. If you want to compete or train like we do, maybe you don't want to compete. Maybe you just want to be the best and challenge yourself. It's all for one price under one track. You have access to all of it. And I think some of the unique things is because life happens. So for example, sometimes when I'm short on time,
you'll often do the standard version. And I mean, but the intensity that you approach that workout with is a lot. And so you're getting the most out of that. You're not just doing it to do it.
I got an early morning meeting. I work in the corporate world and things like that. So sometimes I got to get up because I got to be there early. And I hit it, 30 minutes, bam. So it's unique, and maybe you have a little bit more time. Maybe you did the RX. Sometimes I do the strength version, whatever. And if I miss something at elite, I go back. So we really have it programmed for one size fits all, from beginner to elite, and there's something in there for everybody. And we put a lot of time and effort in there, and we preach power, strength, endurance.
Yep.
Simple, tough, and effective. There's nobody that purchases this program that's not going to say,
"Oh no,
it's that it's tough. It's tough," and that's what we're looking for. But it's simple enough for anyone to understand, and it's more as difficult for a person that wants to compete and get to the CrossFit Games on this side, or if you have a beginner that's ready to make a change, that's nothing's going on in their life and they're floundering. And they want to find an entry level, they can do it. So from A to Z, but you can check us out on Fortress Athlete, our website. Everything is under Fortress Athlete. If you look and see the website, you can click on the online program. It'll take you to that. If you're local in our area, you want to come check out CrossFit Fortress, you can click on that. There's personal training if you're interested for people that are local that can click on that. And nutrition as well is on there if you want want to get on a nutrition plan. So we put everything under Fortress Athlete, and we're pressing hard on these things.
Yeah.
You know, we care, you know, but we're very caring. Like this is, we want to change people's life through fitness. But with us, there's a caring level, but there's a no excuses mentality.
Yeah.
Like we got to talk through
Because
these
it
things.
doesn't work.
Yeah. We know what works.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
We know what works, and when somebody asks you what works, and you tell them, and then they tell you why they can't.
Yeah. And I'm
I don't have a whole lot.
51.
Mhm.
Heck, I've been, you know, in the, you know, like sports and fitness industry for almost 3 decades.
Mhm.
Okay. So I've made a ton of mistakes. I've learned from a lot of the best. And yes, I know what works. I've competed at the highest level, and I'm still going to do that. You do the same. It's like you just have two people that are probably pretty much the same in experience level and knowledge, and what we preach and what we do. We live it. We live it.
We are still living it,
We're still living it.
and we're going to continue to.
I'm gonna live it till I'm horizontal and I'm not breathing.
That's not morbid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, this is what we do. And would you rather?
I'm gonna get every day.
Yeah.
Every ounce out of every day.
Yeah. And would you rather come to people that live it and breathe it, and you know it because you see it and we put it out there and we practice what we preach, or some yahoo on the internet who says they know what they're doing? But
you know, finishing off here, I had a really interesting conversation with one of my relatives about where they work out, and they said there's a trainer there, interesting guy, and his whole thing is you can just eat whatever you want and out exercise it. And I thought, there is a fitness professional in the world saying this. And I mean, it hurt my heart a little bit. And I thought, this person needs a little talking to, because that is not the case.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different. I don't have time. We're at 22 minutes. I was about to go down a rabbit hole.
Okay.
All right, but
no rabbit holes.
Today is Sunday. Mm-hmm. What are you doing to prepare? All right. And if you need any type of assistance, hey, if you even just got a question,
just DM us.
Just message me. I don't care. I'll talk to anybody across the world. You don't have to sign up. We would love for you to be a part of our Fortress family, whether it's online or in the box. Yeah. But I talk to people all over the place and try to give the best advice I can. So reach out. Are you ready to change your life, or are you going to stay the same?
This is the stressful part.
3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Do you know what the girls were yelling on the volleyball court at the game as
what?
they came off? Every time I was laughing so hard, and you were not there. They would come off the court if they were getting subbed out, and they're like, "Let's go, let's go!" And it was making me laugh so much. There's a lot of let's go happening.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Everybody's watching.
Apparently,
I know your ass is watching. You're probably still watching right now, aren't you?
They might be.
Yeah.
Just go let that roll. See if anybody comments. So what are you gonna?
Turn that shit off!